Welcome to Transition Talk with OFA. I'm Julia, and I'm here to share all things transitioning to organic. There are several things to consider when you're getting started with a plan for organic transition. The first is, what was the date that the last prohibited substance was applied to the land? So a prohibited substance is a substance that's not allowed for use in organic production and can require a 3-year transition on the land to which it was applied. So it could be an herbicide like Roundup, or it could be a fungicide or a seed treatment that's not allowed. It could be even a synthetic fertilizer that would not be allowed for use in organic production. You would figure out when that would have been applied to the fields that for which you're seeking certification, and then you would count 36 months forward from that date, and that would be the date that you're coming out of transition, or the date on which that land would be certifiable. If no prohibited substances have been applied to the land, your land may be certifiable right now. Next, you would want to actively manage the land using organic practices. So organic management is utilizing cultural, mechanical, and biological practices, working with the ecology on the farm to form an organic system that will support plant health and animal health. So that would include, in a cropping system, things like crop rotation, cover cropping, cultivation and tillage as needed, integrated pest management, and then the use of approved inputs. Most non-synthetic inputs are allowed for use in organic production, and most synthetic substances are not allowed, but there are a few exceptions. There are a few things that are definitely not allowed, which are known as the big three. So GMOs, no GE seed of any kind allowed for use in organic production, ionizing radiation, or sewage sludge. Ionizing radiation would apply more to processed products, but no sewage sludge could be applied to organic farmland. OFA has an approved products list, which is really helpful, and we'd be happy to provide it to you upon request. It has a number of products allowed for use in organic production. Also, the Organic Materials Review Institute, the logo of which you see here, is a great resource. They have a wonderful online searchable list that will give you the details about those products allowed for use in organic production, or share if there are any restrictions to their use. So something might be allowed for use, but you have to have these certain circumstances in order for it to be allowed. And that'll be spelled out for you both in OFA's list and the OMRI list. And then there's also the Washington State Department of Agriculture list, which you also see here. And that list is also accepted by most organic certifiers, including OFA. Manure is a common input and can be used so long as it was not treated with a prohibited substance after exiting the animal. Compost that is made according to the organic standards, which are very specific composting standards, is allowed for use in organic production. And other plant and animal materials are also allowed as inputs. If you have any questions about what's allowed for use in organic production, please get in touch, and please check with your certifier or who you anticipate will be your certifier before you would put something down during transition if you're unsure about it, so that it doesn't set you back. Finally, as you enter into transition, a really important piece is developing a record keeping system that works for you. So your record keeping system can be on paper, it can be digital, it can be a combination of the two, and it must be fully auditable. So that means that your records can be traced on paper back to a source, through production, forward to a buyer. All of the numbers for seeds, yields, and sales need to add up and make sense based on what's going on the farm. So that's what we mean when we talk about records being auditable. You'd also want to keep what we call a daily record, a field activity record of what's going on the farm day to day. It's almost like a log of what you do day to day. Getting in the habit of keeping that is really important for organic production. So in summary, you'd first want to go ahead and determine that transition date. So figure out when that last prohibited substance was applied and count forward 36 months. You'd want to learn and do organic management on the farm. And if you'd like to be connected with a mentor, we'd be happy to do that for you. And then finally, write it down or document it in some way on a digital device so that you can demonstrate that you are doing indeed what you say you're doing on that farm throughout that transition and as you seek organic certification. That's for getting started with transition today on Transition Talk. Check out another one of our videos for some more information. Thanks.